Well, good afternoon, everybody. David Paul here in the KHOU 11 Weather Center. We are live on Plus and on our digital platforms. Wanted to touch base with you on the ongoing line of thunderstorms that's pushing through right now. We've got the timing of our weather impact alert now through 9 o'clock. I think we may be able to pare that back to 5 or 6 o'clock as this line is racing through. So far, we've had no reports of any type of damage or any significant severe weather with this. But for the next couple of hours, we're kind of under the gun. Damaging wind, an isolated tornado is possible. Heavy rains making a mess of the roads. That's the worst of it right now, is the heavy rain on the roads out there. I have a couple of ways to get warnings. Turn on notifications on the app. That's the best way to do it. Here's the big picture across southeast Texas. All the red, the counties in red, including all of southeast Texas, that's the tornado watch outlined by the National Weather Service. That's in effect until 6 o'clock this evening. There's the line of thunderstorms pushing through the heart of southeast Texas right now. The white boxes are special weather statements. They're not warnings, they're just special weather statements. What it means is, hey, yeah, we're getting a strong rain and some thunder in here, and so we could see some gusts to 30 or 40 miles an hour. That's below severe thunderstorm requirements. But we're definitely seeing some strong weather in here. Here's a closer view, taking off the lightning, taking off the boxes so you can see where the leading edge of the line of rain and thunder is. You know, we're getting a little bit of bowing here on the northern side of this line as it races into Humble-Kingwood right now. It's about to push across Atascocita and the Lake Houston area. I think this is where we will see in the short term the strongest wind, strongest straight line wind. But again, it's not reaching severe limits. 30, 40, even a 50-mile-an-hour gust is below what a severe thunderstorm produces. You're going to see that here. So you could see some little limbs down or some weaker little branches come down as that races through your neighborhood, Atascocita, Lake Houston, Humble, Kingwood, north side of Lake Houston area. You can see it's pushing into northwest Harris County right now. That's getting into the Cypress area. You guys are getting rain now. Heavy rain and thunder just about to push into the north side of the 610 loop. So the Heights will be getting it here. Memorial's getting wet. Katie's getting wet right now. But again, none of this is severe. Turning back on the lightning, and this is a clue as to the fact that we're not seeing any real severe weather with this right now. Number of lightning strikes here is only 23, and they're all on the back side of the line, so they're elevated. You know, if this is a severe thunderstorm event, that lightning should be right in here, and we should have 500, 600 strikes in the last 15 minutes, and we don't. Now we have 19, so it's not severe, but we're going to watch it carefully as there is a lot of twist to the atmosphere, and if any of these storms, especially along the leading edge, or these little guys that are trying to develop out ahead of the line, these need to be monitored carefully. The ones ahead of the line racing north, those are the ones that can spin and produce a brief tornado, even under these conditions, even though we haven't seen anything bad yet. So there's a lot to watch over the next couple of hours. I want to show you the rotation detector. This is what the Doppler part of Doppler radar is. We can see which way the wind is blowing. And when we look at this analysis of the winds coming out of these thunderstorms, what we're not seeing are any tornadic couplets. What you see are these big broad strokes. You don't see any tight areas where the red and the green are coming together. We've got these big broad strokes. But what this is indicating, I talked about the bowing of the line toward Atascocita, Lake Houston, Kingwood, Humble, northeast side. Right in here, that's where you're getting very strong winds. This has resulted in a ground stop at Bush Intercontinental Airport. They look at this, by the way, like a hawk, the winds all the time. This is your wind shear that can cause planes to have trouble landing and taking off. So they've got a ground stop. There's nothing moving at Bush Intercontinental Airport. There are going to be airport delays. And just real quickly, I'm curious, I want to see what type of winds we're getting now. These are winds that are going to be just above the surface, but it's a good estimate as to how hard the wind is blowing. Yeah, 27 to 30 miles an hour on the leading edge. So that's the type of wind gust to 30, 35 that you can expect. Lake Houston, Kingwood, Humble, northeast Harris County, as that races to the east right there where we're bowing out. Okay, that was very helpful. Closer view of the Houston area, and I've put this back in motion. This is the way the storms have moved over the last half an hour. So they're racing east at about 30 miles an hour. Yeah, but I'm not seeing anything that looks severe. What I'm looking for on the leading edge of this line are little kinks, little twists, and to the trained eye, they're obvious. And I'm not seeing any kinks or twists on the leading edge of the line. So that's good. No tornadic stuff happening there. These little individual cells out ahead of the main line, these are notorious for actually being the ones that will produce a little spin, a severe storm, if they can get rooted in the vertical column of the atmosphere. They're not, though. There's no lightning associated with those. So I'm watching to see if these out ahead of it produce any lightning. You're getting a downpour here, 610 to out the 225 Baytown East Freeway getting wet. Baytown's getting a little wet, Mont Bellevue as well. None of that is severe as of yet. Closer view, you know, right here, it looks like there's a little kink, but again, going back to the rotation detector, the Doppler, part of Doppler radar, we're not seeing any type of couplet here. So even though this is kinked a little bit, this is the kind of thing you just kind of look for and then you go investigate. We're not seeing anything tornadic here at the moment. We'll keep a close eye on that. But you can see 99 connector, energy corridor about to get in on some heavy rain and some thunder as well. Out here on the west side, boy, the Memorial Village is all getting wet. Copperfield, you guys are getting soaked right now. Katie's getting a heavy downpour. None of it is severe at the moment. A little further south and west. Hello, East Bernard. FM 1875 getting some rain and thunder. Richmond Rosenberg about to get on the leading edge of that line. Not severe, but we're watching it. These things can flare up quickly, so we're just kind of watching it carefully. Sugar Land not into the heavy rain yet, but it's coming in your direction. I'll just step out of the way so you can get a better view, and you can see how that rain extends down the 59 corridor to Horton, Pierce Ranch, about to get on some rain and thunder. And that line has kind of back-built all the way down to the western tip of Matagorda Bay into Jackson County. It's cleared Victoria, so you're done with your threat, Victoria. Palacios, folks along the coastal counties, Matagorda County, Brazoria County, don't let your guard down. We're back building here. That means these storms could sweep on through here this afternoon and give you a strong thunderstorm. And again, we're under that tornado watch until 6 o'clock. So all the severe weather parameters are still in place and in play. I've turned the lightning back on. Notice how, again, right there where that bow is taking place, no lightning. So gusts to 35 and 40, but not severe. Severe is above 58 miles an hour. So Cleveland to Livingston, we're getting some lightning and thunder on the leading edge of that line. It's a heavy thunderstorm across Lake Livingston, you know, up to Onalaska, but not severe. Just not severe, which is great. So we're getting the beneficial rain without the damaging stuff. That's going to continue to push east. So, you know, into northern Liberty County here, through San Jacinto County into Polk County. Denverado Ranch is going to get rain and thunder here in a little bit. Again, keeping an eye on these little guys that are developing. See how they just kind of come out of nowhere, like boop, right there. That's the type of individual thunderstorm cell out ahead of the main line that can very quickly rotate and spin off a little tornado. It's not doing that right now. And, you know, as we investigate, in fact, we can investigate this right now. Let's just take a look and go back and see if we have any type of rotation with that. Turn on velocity. Let's stop it. Yeah, let's back it up. And we're just, yeah, here are these little individual cells that are, we call it rotation detector. We're looking at storm relative velocity. And there's no couplet, no couplet, no couplet in these little individual cells. So nothing rotating here. Just some basic straight line winds that are below severe limits on the north and east side. All right, good. Very good. Zooming in. Here we are, Dogwood Acres, Roman Forest. Y'all are getting soaked right now. Atascocita to Kingwood, just getting soaked right now, but it's gusty wind, but it's not too terribly bad. A lot of rain lingering back to spring. Tomball, 249, I-45, Hardy Toll Road. There's 59, 69, just soaked. So, you know, we talked yesterday that the biggest impact from this is going to be you driving on the roads and traveling around, and that's exactly what's happening. We've avoided so far widespread severe weather. This is the 99 connector up in here. Everybody's getting soaked right now. Up the north side of the line, closer view. So, you know, here's I-45. You're done with the worst of it. Conroe, New Waverly, Cat Spring, Willis Cut and Shoot. What I'm thinking of. Good afternoon, Willis and Cut and Shoot. You're done with the worst of it. Shepherd, you're about to get that gusty wind coming through with the thunderstorms pushing to the east at about 25 to 30. And further up the line, you know, it's dumping point blank. Jocerand, FM 2262, north of Corrigan. but it's not severe. That's racing east at about 25 to 30. So Livingston, Seven Oaks, Corrigan, 59 corridor, that'll push through here pretty quickly. It does not look like at the moment that it's about to produce anything severe. Big picture, storm track. Let me update this real quick, update the timing. Right in here. Okay, here we are. All right, so storm track. I've put a 30-mile-an-hour speed on this line as the whole thing's moving east at about 30. So this reaches downtown by 1:44, at 1:39 right now, so it's just about to hit downtown Houston. Liberty, 2:23. Baytown hits you guys at 2:38. Angleton, so we are paying attention to the south side as well. Angleton, 2:56. Texas City, 3:31. Galveston by 3:54. So get into 3:54, 4 o'clock. Galveston, you know, this line, if it holds together, forecast to sweep across the bay side of the island. That can produce some pretty gusty wind, as you know, and then race across the island. So a lot to watch over the next couple of hours. Let's take a look real quickly at the severe threat. It is a 2 out of 5. So far, we've seen what we'd expect. We've seen a few severe thunderstorm warnings. For the moment, things have kind of backed off, but we're still right in the heart of the threat. So we're keeping an eye on it carefully. Storm Prediction Center did put us in a 2 to 5% chance that a tornado actually does occur across southeast Texas. That's on the low end of the tornado threat, something we pay attention to. We get a lot of days like this where we do end up with at least 1 or 2 little tornadoes firing off. Future track. So here we are at 1:30, and the the models have initiated pretty well. They've got a pretty good idea where they thought the storms would be right now, so they're correct. So I think this forecast solution that you're going to see is pretty close to how this is going to play out. Between now and 2, racing through downtown and racing toward the bay side of Harris County and the bay side of Galveston County. Again, pushing into Liberty, Cleveland, Livingston, through the Lake Houston area by 2 o'clock. Angleton, Alvin, Freeport, Surfside, there's the line pushing closer to you guys by 2 o'clock. That may be a little ahead of schedule, but it's going to be close. Then we get into 3:34, and this has the line already pushing through and really exiting the area by 4 o'clock. I think this may be ahead of schedule by about half an hour or so. But the bottom line is this line is not going to stick around. It's going to move through. And once we get this line east of us, we're going to drop the severe weather threat and the weather impact alert. Now, as that pushes east, I think the severe threat exits. But look what's building back here by 4:30. Bryan to Austin. Couple of showers, maybe even an elevated thunderstorm developing here. And that will rotate through as we go through the evening and bring a chance for rain with it. This is 6 o'clock. It could be a thunderstorm that pushes back into Austin County around 6. These storms most likely will not be severe. This is associated with the heart of the upper level low, the core low. So by this time, these are where the severe parameters are at, ahead of the core low. Right under the core low, you get rain. You can get some flashes of lightning, cloud to cloud lightning, but it's not severe. But rain chances will continue deep into the evening. This is 7 p.m. Could be some rain and thunder. These could also dump some small hail, very small, like pea-sized hail, because the upper level low is a cold core low, so the freezing level is lower than normal. So these could produce a little bit of hail as well. 8:30, not a whole lot, but it's pushing through. And then we get into 10 o'clock and things, kind of done. We're losing what little heat we got today. And then that's about the end of the weather and severe threat. So as we look at it hour by hour, we continue with the rain and thunderstorm chance now through 4, through 6, through 8, and then it just comes to an end. So by 10 o'clock, the models and what's happening, I agree with both that we're gonna bring all this to an end by 8 to 10 o'clock. And then this is the beginning of a big pattern change across North America. Warmer than normal moves out to the west, and they're going to get a shot of winter across the east half of the country, especially the Great Lakes, Ohio Valley, and Northeast. They'll get more snow. We will get a glancing blow from the cold air that is on the way. Take a look at current temperatures across North America. Houston, we're near 70 in the warm sector. You can see there is some cooler air, and we will get some of this cooler air tomorrow and Friday. It's going to be beautiful, slightly cooler. But then it's 20 below at Kugluktuk. Fargo's at 29, Green Bay's at 31. So winter continues full force up here, and the jet stream is going to dip and see the northerly flow all the way down to the Gulf Coast, all the way down to the Gulf of Mexico. When you get that, it drives that cold air all the way south. So they'll be very cold with snow across the upper Midwest and Northeast. We get a glancing blow. This is early next week. This is Monday and Tuesday. This front with this will come through here Sunday night. So as we look at the extended, here's our weather impact alert day. And then the front pushes through with the upper level low this evening, and then we're 49, 78 on Friday. What a beautiful, beautiful day it is going to be. Yes, Friday's good. Thursday's beautiful as well. Friday's good. And then Saturday, 83 and 86. Yeah, and I haven't updated this. I need to back this up. Tomorrow is beautiful, 52, 72. I need to back that weather impact alert off. But the bottom line I wanted to show you is after this warm day on a couple of warm days, Saturday and Sunday, it gets much cooler. Monday and Tuesday. Lows in the 40s, highs in the low 60s. Monday and Tuesday, which means we're going to spend most of the day Monday and Tuesday in the 40s and 50s. It is sweater weather. Sweaters back out Monday, Tuesday. We start warming back up on Wednesday. And just real quick before we let you go, let's go back and let's check the radar and let's just see if anything is brewing that we need to know about immediately before we let you go. And we'll give you another update here as we head through the afternoon. Give it just a moment. There we go. So tornado watch continues till 6. You can see the leading edge of the storms pushing to the north and east and across western and central Harris County down into Fort Bend County. There is a special weather statement. That's the white box, but no severe weather warning right now. Doesn't look severe. Hopefully it won't be. Just much needed rain. As you know, we're in drought. So this is where we stand right now. We'll keep an eye on it. If we get a tornado warning, we'll break into programming across television and Plus and all our platforms. Keep your notifications turned on. And otherwise, we will probably give you another update before we do our next live broadcast on TV and on Plus and on digital. That's KHOU 11 News at 4 o'clock. We'll see you then.